For 5 decades, Ron Howard seemed flawless, the all-American boy from Mayberry who rose to Hollywood royalty. But in his latest interview, he peeled back the curtain on the darkness behind the smile, a heartbreaking choice he made in 1991 that still haunts him, a family member he nearly lost to addiction while he collected awards, and the shocking moment on set when his body simply gave out. His revelation about those lost months will leave you stunned and heartbroken. Ronald William Howard was born on March 1st, 1954, in Duncan, Oklahoma, into a family already shaped by performance. His father, Rance, had taken Howard as a stage name before serving in the Air Force, and his mother, Jeanne Spiegel, was a trained actress. Acting wasn't just in the family, it was the family. Before Ron could speak, he was already on camera. At 18 months old, he appeared in Frontier Woman, marking the start of a childhood lived on sets. When television began shifting west, the Howards moved to California so Rance could stay close to the rising industry. Ron was working on Playhouse 90 before grade school, and by the time his brother Clint was born in 1959, the family's plan was in motion. Rance took constant acting jobs to stay near Ron's world, balancing 100-plus roles while managing his son's career from the inside. Everything changed on October 3, 1960, when 6-year-old Ron became Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show. Rance pushed for authentic father-son scenes, inspiring the heart of the series. For 8 seasons, Ron grew up on that set, gaining the discipline and emotional control that made him stand out from other child actors. The Howards lived modestly in Burbank. Ron attended local schools, played sports when he could, and followed strict family rules that protected him from the typical child star chaos. Producer Sheldon Leonard praised him for not playing cute, but simply acting truthfully, a skill Rance drilled into him. One defining moment came in 1963 with the episode Opie the Birdman, where Ron delivered a performance so natural, Andy Griffith called it adult-level timing. But behind the success, Ron lived in what he later called a golden cage, a small schoolroom beside Stage 40, long hours, and few real friendships. Ron's early career tested him. In The Music Man, 1962, he couldn't sing or dance, panicked during rehearsals, and relied on Shirley Jones, but his shy performance became a highlight. Between takes, he memorized lines and directed toy figures, early signs of his future as a filmmaker. His father, Rance, wrote for shows like The Flintstones and taught Ron to break down scenes, lessons that shaped his directing. In 1966, The Monroes was canceled after 26 episodes, a rejection that hit him hard. In 1968, he turned down the Brady Bunch audition to honor his parents' rule about supervision, valuing balance over early fame. That balance paid off. In 1974, he became Richie Cunningham on Happy Days, giving him confidence and financial freedom to pursue directing. Residuals from The Andy Griffith Show reruns brought $50,000 a year, yet the Howards stayed modest. His first financial misstep, a $25,000 go-kart investment, taught him early lessons in risk. On April 1, 1968, the final episode of The Andy Griffith Show aired. Ron was 14 and knew every inch of the set. That last week felt like the end of an era he'd spent his entire childhood in Mayberry, and suddenly he had to grow up off camera. By 1974, at just 19, Ron auditioned for Gary Marshall and instantly became Richie Cunningham on Happy Days. His natural, easygoing charm won the role over 35 other actors. ABC doubted him, but Marshall fought back, and Ron signed a 5-year deal. By season 5, Ron felt stuck. He was 23, still playing a perfect teenager while Vietnam dominated real life. He asked ABC for more serious storylines, even pitching a draft episode the network refused, only allowing subtle references. Ron felt creatively trapped, and that pressure pushed him toward directing. During Happy Days, ABC considered renaming the show Fonzie's Happy Days, but Ron, with Gary Marshall's support, kept the title while Fonzie got top billing. In 1977, he directed his first episode, A Date with Fonzie, impressing the crew with a 90-second tracking shot that boosted ratings and earned him more episodes. He took a role in Roger Corman's Eat My Dust, only because Corman promised him a directing job, which became Grand Theft Auto, 1977, co-written with his father, made for $602,000. It earned $15 million despite chaotic production, launching Ron as a filmmaker. Ron married high school sweetheart Cheryl Alley in 1975, building a stable family life as his career grew. By 1982, he directed Night Shift, starring Henry Winkler and introducing Michael Keaton, turning an $8 million budget into $21 million. Splash, 1984, Disney's first Touchstone film, made almost $70 million on an $8 to $11 million budget, turning Tom Hanks into a star. Ron rewrote the ending after a test screening revolt, proving his instincts for audience appeal. After Splash, Ron co-founded Imagine Entertainment with Brian Grazer in 1985. The company became a major Hollywood force, earning over $15 billion, more than 40 Oscar nominations, and nearly 200 Emmys. In 1995, Apollo 13 pushed Ron to his limits. Determined to make it accurate, he filmed zero-gravity scenes on NASA's Vomit Comet, recreated mission control with real equipment, and demanded realism down to every blinking light. The film made $355 million and earned 9 Oscar nominations, but the grueling schedule nearly hospitalized him. His next misstep was EDTV, 1999, a box office disappointment made worse by arriving just after The Truman Show. Imagine lost millions, but Ron kept moving, and by the early 2000s, the company was thriving again. In 2001, Ron directed A Beautiful Mind, shooting most scenes chronologically and portraying Nash's hallucinations without visual cues. The film won 4 Oscars, including Best Director, cementing it as one of his defining achievements despite criticism over historical omissions. The Da Vinci Code, 2006, followed, a massive production complicated by church restrictions and digital recreations, yet it grossed $758 million worldwide. In 2017, Ron lost his father, Rance Howard, a guiding presence in his life and films. He continued ambitious projects. Frost Nixon, 2008, earned 5 Oscar nominations, but barely broke even. At home, he and his wife Cheryl, married since 1975, raised 4 children under a no work talk at dinner rule. Their daughter Bryce became a successful actress, though Ron later regretted directing her school play at age 5. His brother Clint overcame addiction with Ron's support, and Ron carried lasting guilt for the times long shoots kept him from his family. Later setbacks included Hillbilly Elegy, 2020, critically panned despite Glenn Close's award nominations, and Rebuilding Paradise, a deeply emotional documentary about the 2018 campfire. In 2025, Eden, a long-dreamed survival thriller, earned just $1 million, leaving Ron shaken. He admitted he had nearly quit after Solo, a Star Wars story, 2018, but Bryce convinced him to keep going. By 2025, Ron Howard had been married for 50 years, co-ran Imagine Entertainment for 4 decades, overseen more than 50 films, earned dozens of awards, and built a net worth of over $200 million. He credits his father for grounding him, mentors young directors, and keeps telling stories, but he still remembers the things he missed. The dinners he wasn't home for, the daughter who didn't recognize him after a long shoot, and the weight of a career that cost as much as it gave.